The Galactic Arena was the largest space station ever built. It floated in the middle of neutral space, shining like a giant metal star. Every year, the galaxy's strongest species gathered here to show their most advanced ships in the interstellar speed trial, a race that proved who controlled the future of space travel. Alien ships arrived one by one, sleek, bright, powerful. Some looked like flying crystals. Some looked like curved blades cutting through space. Some moved so fast they left glowing trails behind them. Crowds from many species cheered loudly. They wanted to see who would break records this year, but then something odd happened. A slow, dull gray ship appeared at the edge of the arena. Its engines sputtered. Its hull had scratches and burn marks. Its metal looked old, almost ancient. Aliens stared at it in confusion. "What is that thing?" one reptilian pilot hissed. A tall insectoid commander laughed. "Is that a museum piece?" More aliens gathered to look. They all whispered the same thing. Humans. The old ship was the human entry in the race. Hawk 9. It looked weak next to the shiny alien ships. It looked slow, old, and unimpressive. It looked completely out of place in the world's biggest speed race. But inside Hawk 9, the humans were calm. Captain Marcus Kane stood proudly at the center of the cockpit. He was a middle-aged man with sharp eyes and a steady voice. Beside him sat pilot Sarah Holt, whose hands rested calmly on the controls. Engineer Leon Park worked quietly behind them, checking a glowing device hidden under a metal panel. Marcus looked out at the alien ships gathered around them. "They are staring again," Sarah muttered. "They always stare," Leon added without looking up. Marcus gave a small smile. "Let them stare." Outside, a group of alien commentators floated in small drones broadcasting live to the galaxy. "Look at that." One alien announcer laughed loudly. "The humans brought a broken cargo ship. They actually think they can race with that?" More laughter followed. "Maybe it runs on steam. Maybe humans still use rockets. Maybe they don't know what a hyper-engine is." Every alien comment was a joke, a mockery, a reminder that humanity was considered the weakest among spacefaring races. Sarah whispered, "Captain, this is getting annoying." Marcus folded his arms. "Good, let them laugh. They won't laugh for long." Leon checked the glowing core again. He spoke quietly so no external microphone could catch his words. "LSE drive is stable, sir." Marcus nodded. "How much time until activation?" 5 minutes after we pass checkpoint 1. "Perfect." He lowered his voice even more. "No alien knows what humans have been building in secret. Today they will learn." Outside the ship, a giant hologram was projected with bright letters. Official race entry, human starship. Hawk 9, status, low performance engine. The aliens cheered at the insult. A green-scaled alien pilot shouted across the comms, "Humans, if your ship moves too slowly, don't worry. We will tow you to the finish line." More laughter exploded. Sarah rolled her eyes. "Captain, can I shut off the comms?" "Please," Marcus chuckled. "Not yet. I want them all to hear us when we overtake them." Then he changed his tone. "Crew, prepare for pre-start check." The human crew instantly became serious. Sarah. "Primary engines. Online." Leon. "Secondary boosters. Stable." Marcus. "LSE core." Leon smiled. "Sir, it's hungry. Waiting for release." Marcus placed his hand on the main control. His voice was firm. "Remember the mission. We don't race to win. We race to prove something." Sarah nodded. "That humans are not weak." Marcus shook his head. "That humans can surprise the galaxy." Outside the ship, the mockery continued. A large alien commander spoke on a loudspeaker. "Humans, your ship is so outdated our scanners thought it was debris." More alien laughter. Marcus pressed his comm button. "Hawk 9 to all ships," he said calmly. "We respect every species here, and we simply came to test our engine. Good luck to all racers." For a moment the arena was silent. Then the aliens laughed even harder. "Listen to them. They know they will lose. Humans are trying to sound brave. They should not be here." Marcus turned off the comm. He didn't need to listen anymore. Sarah leaned forward and whispered, "Captain, do you ever feel angry when they laugh at us?" Marcus shook his head. "No, because the galaxy has forgotten one thing." "What thing?" He smirked. "Humans start slow, but we finish fast." Suddenly, the entire arena lit up with bright red lights. Race begins in 60 seconds. Alien ships activated their shining engines. Blue flames. Purple thrust. Electric wings. Energies humans had never publicly shown. Hawk 9 stayed quiet, dark, still, waiting. The commentator shouted, "Prepare for the fastest race in the galaxy." Oh, except for the humans who brought a turtle. The crowd laughed again. Marcus whispered, "Leon, activate the core." Leon pressed a button. A deep vibration moved through the ship. A golden light pulsed through the engine chamber. Sarah blinked. "It's waking up," Marcus nodded. Good, no alien noticed. No scanner caught the energy. The core was beyond alien understanding. The countdown began. 10, 9, 8. Alien ships glowed brighter. Sede, Farir. Hawk 9 remained still. 3, 2. Marcus whispered, "Let them go first. Start." Alien ships blasted forward like lightning. The humans didn't move. Not yet. Not until it was time to shock the entire galaxy. For the first 10 seconds, the Hawk 9 looked like the slowest ship in the galaxy. Every alien ship launched forward with bright colors and roaring energy. Blue plasma. Purple ion trails. Golden streaks of hyperdrive power. The race had started with incredible speed. But the human ship? It stayed still. Floating. Silent. A metal statue drifting in the starting zone. Alien spectators pointed and laughed. "Look, the humans forgot to start their engines. Are they waiting for permission? Maybe their ship is too old and can't move." Even the race announcer laughed. "The human ship Hawk 9 is already last place. A new record for slowness." Inside the Hawk 9, Sarah Holt sat calmly at the controls. She didn't take the insults personally. She knew what the ship carried. She knew what no alien had seen yet. Still, she whispered to Captain Marcus Kane, "Sir, they already think we are broken." Marcus didn't look worried. His eyes stayed on the glowing radar. "That's exactly what we want them to think." Behind them, Leon Park stood over the engine core. The hum grew stronger. The golden light inside the chamber brightened like a rising star. "Captain," Leon called, "the LSE core is entering Phase 1. Stable output." Marcus nodded slowly. "Good. Prepare Phase 2. The core wasn't an ordinary human engine. It was the result of 20 years of secret research. It was powered not by fuel, not by antimatter, not by nuclear fusion, but by something much more unusual, light itself. The LSE, light space engine, absorbed photons, compressed them, and turned them into thrust. It created a tunnel through space using pure light energy. No alien species had ever discovered this technology. Marcus watched the radar as the alien ships reached the first checkpoint. A deep voice echoed from the arena's speaker system. Checkpoint 1 reached. "Humans still at 0 progress." The crowd cheered with laughter. Sarah tightened her grip on the controls. "Captain, we should move soon." Marcus raised one finger. "Wait." Another 10 seconds passed. Another round of alien laughter. "Hawk 9, are you planning to participate today? Maybe humans should join the walking race instead." Even some alien pilots opened their comm channels just to mock them. A metallic robotic voice buzzed. "Human ship, do you want assistance?" "We can push you." Another pilot laughed. "We should call a rescue team for them." Sarah muttered. "If they knew what we are about to do." Leon interrupted. "Captain, we are ready. Phase 2 is active. The core is at 40%. Marcus finally exhaled. "Good. Sarah." She glanced back. "Yes, Captain?" "Start moving forward, slowly." Sarah smiled. "Slowly?" "Yes, sir." She touched the controls. Boom. The ship shook softly and began drifting ahead. Barely any speed. Like an old cargo hauler leaving port, aliens laughed harder. "They're moving at walking speed. Is this a joke?" Humans truly live in the past. But inside Hawk 9, no one cared. Moving slow was part of the plan. A distraction. A misdirection. Marcus checked the engine readings. The hum grew louder. The lights in the cockpit flickered with golden pulses. Leon spoke in a firm voice. "Captain, core is at 60%. The shell is holding, but I recommend activation soon." Marcus nodded. "Soon? Not yet." Sarah looked to Marcus. "Sir, if we go any slower, we'll be going backward." Marcus laughed quietly. "That's fine. They won't forget what happens next." Suspense builds out in space. The alien ships were already racing through asteroid fields and passing the second checkpoint. Every alien broadcast was celebrating. Humans have no chance. They are still near the start line. Why did they even enter the race? The arena crowd shouted, "Show the replay! Show the turtle ship!" A giant hologram appeared above the arena showing Hawk 9 moving slower than a small drone. The aliens cheered with cruel amusement. Marcus didn't look up. He simply said, "Leon, final status?" Leon wiped sweat from his forehead. "The engine is at 80%. 1 more minute and we can activate." Sarah glanced between them. "And when we activate, what happens exactly?" Leon grinned. "The universe opens a doorway." Marcus placed a hand on Sarah's shoulder. "Sarah?" "Get ready," she straightened. "For what, sir?" Marcus answered in a low voice. "For the moment the galaxy remembers human speed. Aliens take notice." Finally, a few alien sensors picked up a strange signal from the human ship. A small message began spreading among pilots. "Energy spike detected. Human shipbuilding unknown power." Some pilots became confused. "What is that glow on their back? Why is their engine humming like that?" "It looks dangerous." One insectoid commander tried to scan the Hawk 9, but the data came back empty. "Impossible. Our scanners can't read it." The announcer stopped laughing. "We're receiving strange readings from the human engine. This is unexpected." Alien crowds leaned forward. For the first time, the laughter stopped. A hush filled the arena. What are the humans doing? Why is their engine turning gold? What have they built? Inside Hawk 9, Marcus stood tall. "Leon." "Yes, sir?" "Prepare for full activation." Leon flipped the final lock on the engine core. Click. The ship began to glow brighter. Sarah looked at the rising energy numbers. "Captain, we are ready." Marcus smiled slowly. "Then let's show them." "Light the engine." The Hawk 9 began to glow. At first it was soft, like morning sunlight touching metal, but within seconds the glow intensified until the entire rear of the ship looked like a burning star trapped inside steel walls. Sarah's eyes widened. "Captain, engine power is rising fast," Leon shouted from the back. "Core temperature stable. Output at 90%. "This is it!" Marcus Kane placed both hands behind his back and watched the panels flicker with golden light. "Good, keep it steady. Let them watch." Aliens sensed something is wrong out in space. Alien ships began to slow down as sensor alarms beeped across every dashboard. "What is that energy spike behind us?" "It's coming from the human ship." "Impossible. No human engine can produce this reading." A reptilian pilot narrowed his eyes at the radar. "Their engine looks different." A robotic pilot scanned again. "I am detecting photon compression. That should not be real. That is theoretical technology." Another pilot gasped. "Photons? You mean they are using light as fuel?" The whole channel erupted in panic. "No species has ever done that. That breaks 3 laws of physics." "Humans cannot build something this powerful?" On the arena screen, the human ship's golden glow grew brighter and brighter until the cameras could barely focus. The announcer stuttered, We are seeing a shocking development. The human ship is building energy levels unseen in any registered engine class." The crowd, once laughing, now murmured anxiously. "What are they doing? Is it safe? Will it explode? Or will it move?" Sarah holds the controls inside the cockpit. Sarah could barely keep her hands steady. The engine hum wasn't just sound, it felt like a living force pressing on the air. The walls vibrated lightly, the golden light pulsing with the rhythm of a heartbeat. "Captain, all readings are green," she said. "We can fire any time." Marcus gave a slow, calm nod. "Wait for the right moment." "When is the right moment?" Sarah asked. Marcus smiled. "When they least expect it," Leon yelled from the back. "Captain, core at 95%. This is max safe limit." Marcus lifted a hand. "Sarah," she straightened. "Ready?" "Yes, sir." "Light it." "The engine is unleashed, Sarah." Pressed a single control. Trum. The Hawk 9 didn't accelerate. It erased its place in space. A flash of pure white gold light exploded out of the engine, forming a blinding tunnel behind the ship. The shockwave pushed dust, rocks, and debris away in a perfect circle. The arena cameras went white. Alien screens glitched. Pilots screamed in comms. What was that?" "They disappeared." "No ship can jump that fast." "The humans are using illegal tech." But nothing was illegal, because nothing like this existed. The Hawk 9 shot forward so fast that space around it stretched like fabric. Stars turned into long lines of light. The ship passed the first checkpoint instantly, before the sensors could even record the time. Sarah gasped as the world stretched around her. We're flying inside light. Marcus held the control rail firmly. This is the light space engine, Sarah, the first of its kind. Leon laughed in disbelief. This is not flying. This is bending space. Alien pilots panic alien ships received the impossible alert. Warning, human ship Hawk 9 has passed checkpoint 1. The alien pilots shouted over each other. How? They were behind us 2 seconds ago. Did they teleport? No. Their jump trail is too long. Impossible. Their speed reading is above our limits. One alien commander screamed. They broke the light speed barrier. That's forbidden. Another corrected him. No. They didn't break it. They built a new one. The announcer almost fell from his chair. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a joke. The human ship has achieved something we cannot measure. The alien crowd stopped laughing. Their faces showed fear, shock, respect, confusion. Everything except mockery. Inside the ship, Sarah shouted over the engine roar. Captain, we're approaching checkpoint 2. Reduce nothing, Marcus answered. Full power. Yes, sir. The Hawk 9 blasted past the second checkpoint in a golden streak. Sensors struggled. Cameras failed. Eye trackers froze. Leon checked the numbers. Captain, we're reaching the first theoretical limit. Marcus nodded calmly. And we are going to cross it. Sarah stared at him. Cross it? Captain, no ship is supposed to go this fast. Marcus grinned. Exactly. Aliens face reality. Alien spectators whispered among themselves. Humans are not slow. They were pretending. Why would they hide this power? What else are they hiding? One alien elder spoke softly. We laughed at them. Now we fear them. The race is no longer a race. The Hawk 9 reached the third checkpoint in a golden explosion of speed. Alarms rang across every alien ship. Human ship is in first place. Alien pilots sat frozen in shock. One whispered, They overtook the entire galaxy. Another trembled. In less than a minute, the captain prepares the next step. Leon shouted, Captain, core at maximum. We must stop or the engine might. Marcus raised a hand. No, we're not stopping yet. The cockpit vibrated harder. The golden light grew brighter. Sarah turned to Marcus slowly. Sir, what are you planning to do? Marcus smiled calmly. We're going to show them what a slow ship can really do. The Hawk 9 flew like a golden arrow cutting through space. But now, something strange began to happen. The stars ahead didn't look like stars anymore. They stretched, bent, twisted. It was as if space itself was pulling away from the ship. Sarah held the controls tightly. Captain, the space in front of us is turning white. Leon stared at the readings with disbelief. This is insane. The engine is pushing us beyond known limits. No ship, human or alien, has ever reached this point. Marcus Kane didn't smile this time. His face was serious, focused. This is the moment the galaxy realizes we are not slow, not weak, not behind them. Sarah turned to him. What do we do now? Marcus answered softly. We go further. Alien race control panics at the arena control center. Alarms screamed. Screens flickered with errors. Scientists ran between stations. One alien technician shouted, We cannot track the human ship. It's too fast! Another yelled, Our sensors are failing. We need visual confirmation. Cameras pointed at the track only saw white gold light and distortion. The announcer, sweating, spoke to billions of viewers. The human ship, Hawk 9, has reached a speed never recorded in galactic history. We don't know how fast it is going. The crowd was silent, truly silent, no laughter, no mocking, only fear and awe. A military general watching from the VIP section whispered, If humans have this tech, they could outrun any fleet. They could strike anywhere. We cannot stop them. Inside the Hawk 9, the engine roars. Leon braced himself as the ship shook violently. Captain, core temperature rising. If we keep pushing, the engine may destabilize. Marcus didn't flinch. How long until failure? Leon checked the numbers rapidly. Maybe 2 minutes. Maybe less. Marcus looked at Sarah. Then we have 2 minutes to show the galaxy something impossible. Sarah inhaled deeply. Understood, sir. She tightened her grip on the controls. Tell me what to do. Marcus stepped forward. Sarah, push the engine to 110%. Her eyes widened. That's past the safe limit. Leon shouted from the back. Captain, the ship was never tested for that. We could tear ourselves apart. Marcus spoke calmly but firmly. We spent years hidden, years preparing, years being underestimated. Today the galaxy sees who we really are. Sarah looked between Leon and Marcus, then nodded. I trust you. Her fingers hovered over the control panel, activating 110%. The moment the galaxy breaks, the cockpit exploded with light, not destructive light, pure, blinding energy. The golden core inside the ship roared like a star being born. The ship lunged forward so violently that every safety belt strained. Sarah screamed, "The engine, it's pulling us into a new layer of space." Leon stared at the readings, shocked. This isn't normal space. We're entering a slipstream corridor created by the engine itself. No species has ever done this. Marcus held steady. Good, keep going. Alien ships can't believe it behind them. Alien pilots were frozen in shock as their sensors exploded with warnings. A reptilian captain shouted, "The human ship just entered a slipstream tunnel." That's impossible. Only natural wormholes have slipstreams. They built their own? Another pilot trembled. No, they didn't build it. Their engine made it. The arena showed a blurry golden vortex stretching across the sky. The announcer stammered, Hawk 9 has created a new form of travel, something beyond light speed, something we don't understand. The alien audience began to rise from their seats, some in fear, some in respect, most in disbelief. Sarah faces the unknown, inside the ship. The tunnel of white gold light spun around them. The cockpit windows glowed like molten glass. Sarah whispered, "This doesn't feel like normal space. It feels alive." Marcus nodded. "You're right. Light space is not empty. It's a layer of reality we never reached before." Leon yelled, "Captain, we are outrunning our own sensors. The ship is blind," Marcus said. "Then we fly without sensors." Sarah gave him a sharp look. "You want me to fly using instinct?" Marcus smiled. "And trust." Sarah stared ahead into the blinding light. "All right." She placed her hands on the manual controls and flew. The race is over, but humans aren't stopping. Alien race officials tried issuing the result. Hawk 9 has officially taken first place, but the sentence was cut off as a scientist screamed, "They didn't stop." They didn't stop. The alien crowd panicked. "They're going too fast. They will tear space apart. Tell them to slow down." But they couldn't contact the humans. The Hawk 9 had already outrun every signal. Marcus reveals the truth inside the tunnel. The ship shook violently as the slipstream began to collapse. Sarah yelled, "Captain, if we don't exit now, the tunnel will close on us." Leon added, "We have 10 seconds. Marcus inhaled slowly. "This is what we trained for." He placed his hand on Sarah's shoulder. "Sarah, when I say now, pull the ship out." "Out?" she shouted. "But where will we land?" Marcus looked forward with calm certainty. "Not where. When." Sarah froze. Leon froze. Both stared at him. Marcus said quietly, "The engine is bending more than space." Sarah whispered, "Are you saying?" Leon completed the sentence with terror. "It's bending time." The Hawk 9 trembled inside the collapsing tunnel of golden light. Sarah felt the metal under her feet vibrate harder and harder. The glow was now so bright that she could hardly see the control panels. The slipstream corridor around them bent like liquid fire. Leon's voice cracked with fear. "Captain, the tunnel is destabilizing. If we stay in here, we won't survive." Sarah looked at Marcus with shock. "Sir, you said the engine isn't just bending space. You said it's bending." Marcus finished calmly. "Time." Sarah and Leon stared at him speechless. The core reaches a new limit. The engine behind them roared like a star screaming. Golden arcs of light sparked across the control panels. Leon shouted, "Captain, the light core is going beyond 110%. It's bending into a state we never tested. Even the simulations never went this far." Marcus braced against the shaking walls. "That's why we're here. To test it." Sarah's hands trembled over the controls. "But if we jump through time by mistake, what if we can't return? What if we end up hundreds of years away?" Marcus answered with a steady voice. "Sarah, trust the engine. It responds to intention. Focus on return. You're the pilot. Your mind gives direction." Her heartbeat pounded in her ears. "My mind?" Leon gasped as he realized something. "That's why the engine's readings are chaotic. It's reacting to human thoughts. The light space engine is almost alive. Another violent shake hit the ship. Boom! A panel fell from the ceiling. Sarah yelled, "Captain! We have to exit the tunnel now. Give the order." Marcus watched the collapsing vortex outside the window. Golden threads of energy curled inward like a giant flower closing. Then he said, "Not yet." The aliens watch in horror far behind them. The alien spectators stared at the giant screen showing a blurry, shaking image of a white gold tunnel. The announcer shouted, "The human ship is now beyond the track limits. They have entered an unknown energy field." A scientist yelled, "That's not a field. It's a temporal distortion." The VIP general stood up in shock. "You mean the humans are—" The scientist nodded sharply. "Yes, they are touching time itself." The arena fell into dead silence. Billions watched, terrified, amazed, powerless. One alien whispered, "They were supposed to be slow. They were supposed to be harmless. What are humans?" "The engine chooses a path inside the Hawk 9, Leon shouted. "Captain! We're losing structure integrity." Sarah called out, "Sir, if we don't exit the tunnel, we'll collapse with us inside." Marcus raised his hand. "Not until the engine stabilizes," Leon screamed. "There is no stabilizing. This is chaos." Marcus didn't look scared. He looked certain. "Leon, look again." Leon stared at the readings. His eyes widened. "What?" "The numbers are shifting back into order." Sarah glanced at her own screen. "The engine is calming down." The tunnel outside stopped shaking. The golden walls grew smooth. The roar softened. Sarah whispered, It listened," Leon said in disbelief. "It reacted to your command, Captain." Marcus nodded slowly. "The LSE core follows clarity. Fear creates chaos. Control creates order." Sarah took a breath and steadied her shaking hands. "Then tell me what to do now." Marcus pointed forward into the bright vortex. "Sarah, aim for the strongest point of the light." "That's the exit," she focused ahead. The tunnel narrowed into a bright point like the center of a sun. Leon yelled, "We have 10 seconds before collapse." Sarah pushed both control levers forward. "I'm taking us out." Marcus shouted, "Not out of space. Out of the moment." The final pull. The tunnel began collapsing behind them with thunder-like force. Crack, crack, crack. The light folded in on itself. Sarah grit her teeth. "Come on. Hold together. Hold." Leon watched in terror as the ship's hull temperature rose. "We're burning. We're burning." Marcus placed a hand on Sarah's shoulder. "You're not flying through space anymore. You're flying through possibility." Sarah breathed deeply. Then boom! The Hawk 9 shot forward faster than the tunnel could fall. A blinding flash filled the cockpit. Everything turned white. The world goes silent for 5 long seconds. The ship floated in pure emptiness. No sound, no movement, no stars. "Only white," Sarah whispered. "Are we dead?" Leon checked readings quickly. "No, all systems show stable. But we're not in normal space." Marcus closed his eyes, feeling the stillness. "We're between moments." Sarah frowned. "Between what?" Marcus opened his eyes. "Between the second we were in and the second we will choose." Leon shook with awe. "The engine didn't just move us. It paused time." Sarah stared at Marcus. "What do we do now?" He answered, "We pick where to fall back into the universe." Sarah's eyes widened. "You mean, we choose when we return?" Marcus nodded. "Yes, and the galaxy is watching. Once we drop back, they will know exactly what humans can do." Leon whispered, "This is more than winning a race." Marcus finished. "This is showing them our future." Sarah tightened her hands on the controls. "Then tell me, Captain, where do we reappear?" Marcus smiled. "Right where the galaxy left us." The countdown had begun, and the whole control room felt like it was holding its breath. Dr. Mira stood in the center, eyes fixed on the giant screen. Captain Rayan stayed beside her, his hands tight behind his back. No one spoke, no one moved. Every heartbeat felt loud. Humanity had prepared for this moment for years. And now, the engine the aliens once laughed at was ready to fire. As the numbers on the screen dropped from 10 to 1, the energy around the ship grew stronger. The metal floor vibrated. The lights dimmed. A strange deep hum from the lightspeed core echoed across the station. Rayan whispered, "Here we go." The engine ignited. A blinding pulse of white-blue light exploded around the ship. Like a small star was born inside the hangar. Alarms went off. The sensors went wild. Some crew members grabbed the rails to keep balance, But the ship did not explode. It moved. It shot forward with a burst that no human eye could track. One moment it was in the hangar. The next moment, it vanished completely. Silence took over the room. A heavy, unreal silence. Everyone stared at the empty space where the ship had been. A young officer gasped. It disappeared. Dr. Mira didn't blink. She knew this would happen. But even she trembled a little. It was one thing to run simulations. It was another thing to see it with your own eyes. Captain Rayan broke the silence. Get me the tracker, now! The officer tapped the holographic screen, searching for signals. At first there was nothing. The screen kept blinking empty results. A chill of fear ran through the room. What if the ship was lost in space? What if they miscalculated? Then a small dot appeared far outside the normal flight range. The officer shouted, Sir, we found it. 8 light minutes away. The room exploded with shock. 8 light minutes. They had reached it in a few seconds. Mira covered her mouth with her hand. Rayan slowly sat down like his legs had forgotten how to stand. Humanity had done it. Lightspeed travel was no longer a dream. It was real. But there was no time for celebration. Suddenly, the warning sirens flashed red. A new symbol appeared on the radar, one that every human feared. Alien warships. The same species that laughed at human technology. The same species that called humans slow, weak, and primitive. The same species that believed humans would never reach their level. And now, they were arriving in full force. 5 massive alien cruisers dropped out of warp around Earth's orbit. Their engines glowed with a dark purple light. Their hulls looked like floating mountains of steel. Their guns were large enough to destroy a human city with one shot. The crew fell silent again, but this time, with fear, not awe. Rayan clenched his jaw. They knew. They knew we were testing today. Mira nodded slowly. They want to stop us. They don't want humans to move faster than them. The aliens opened a communication channel without permission. A huge hologram filled the room. The face of their high commander. Its skin was silver. Its eyes were long and cold. And its expression was full of mockery, so humans finally jumped like children trying to walk, the alien said. Impressive. But dangerous. For you. Rayan stepped forward. We have not threatened you. We only tested a new drive, the alien commander smirked. Your kind learns too quickly. Last week you crawled. Today you run. What will you do tomorrow? Become equal to us? The room remained silent. The alien leaned closer, his voice sharp like a blade. We cannot allow that. Dr. Mira whispered to Rayan. They fear us now. The alien ship charged weapons. Earth's defense stations lit up in panic. Fighter pilots rushed to their ships. Commanders shouted orders through broken communication channels. And then, the officer monitoring the trackers yelled again, Sir! The test ship is returning. It's coming back at impossible speed. A bright trail of light flashed across the sky and blasted into orbit. The test ship reappeared behind the alien cruisers, faster than anything the aliens had ever seen. The alien commander turned sharply. What? The human ship flew so quick that even their sensors struggled to lock onto it. It passed through the alien formation like a lightning strike. Their ships shook from the shockwave. Rayan's eyes widened. The engine. It's stabilizing. They have full control, Mira whispered. Humanity just became faster than every alien in the galaxy. The alien commander hissed in anger. Humans do not play with power beyond your reach, Rayan answered calmly. Too late. We already reached it. The alien cruisers prepared to fire. Earth prepared to defend. The test ship prepared for another lightspeed strike. War was seconds away, and the universe had just changed forever. The alien cruisers glowed with deadly purple light as their weapons charged. Earth's orbit lit up with warning signals. In the control room, every human felt the same fear. The fear of losing everything just moments after achieving the impossible. Dr. Mira stared at the screens, her heart racing. Captain Rayan kept his hands tight on the console. No one moved. No one blinked. The alien commander's voice echoed again. Humanity has grown too fast. We will stop you now. The purple energy on the alien cannons grew brighter, ready to fire. But before they could, a sharp streak of white light cut through the darkness of space. The human test ship, now fully stable, moved so fast the alien sensors could not track it. 1 second, it was behind the cruisers. The next second, it was directly above Earth, blocking the alien firing path. The officer shouted, "Sir!" "They're shielding Earth." Rayan clenched his jaw. "That ship, those pilots, they know what's coming," Dr. Mira whispered. "They are protecting us." The alien commander growled, "Foolish humans. That small ship cannot stop us." He raised his hand, the command to fire, but he never got the chance, because the human test ship activated the light speed core again. Its engines brightened until the whole orbit glowed white-blue. Lightning-like energy danced across its hull. The ship looked like a burning comet. Rayan's eyes widened. "Wait, they aren't jumping away." Mira's breath caught in her throat. "No, they're jumping through the alien fleet," the officer whispered. "That's suicide." The human test ship vanished and reappeared an instant later right in front of the first alien cruiser. The impact wasn't physical. It was a shockwave of folded space itself. A deep cosmic boom echoed through orbit. The first alien cruiser lost all power at once. Engines died, weapons shut down. Its shields broke like glass. It began drifting helpless like a dead giant. Before the aliens could react, the human ship vanished again. Boom. The second cruiser went dark. Boom. The third cruiser's weapons melted from the sheer distortion. Boom. The fourth cruiser's engines exploded from internal pressure. Each strike hit faster than the aliens could blink. The human ship moved at speeds no alien tech could match, not even their advanced tracking systems. It wasn't a battle. It was domination. The alien commander stared, shocked. For the first time, fear filled his voice. "Impossible. Humans cannot move like this. Humans cannot defeat us," Rayan replied calmly. "You should not have mocked us," Mira added, "or underestimated us." The alien commander watched helplessly as his ships failed one by one. His pride was collapsing faster than his fleet. Only one cruiser remained, the flagship. The human test ship appeared in front of it, engines glowing like a star ready to explode. The alien commander spoke with shaking anger. You were slow, weak, primitive." Rayan answered, "We were. Not anymore." The alien commander shouted, "What do you want?" Mira stepped forward. Her voice was quiet but strong. "We want peace, but we will not accept chains." Silence fell. The commander's face changed, anger turning into something else. Understanding, maybe even respect. The human ship did not strike. It held its position, waiting. The alien commander finally said, "If humans control this speed, no empire can stop you." Rayan replied, "We don't want to rule. We just want to be treated as equals." For a long moment, the alien commander stared at them. Then slowly he lowered his weapon control. "Very well. Humans have earned their place." The connection ended. The last alien cruiser turned away. Their fleet left Earth's orbit without firing a single shot. The moment the aliens disappeared, the human test ship descended toward Earth slowly, peacefully, like a victorious guardian returning home. Cheers erupted across every station. People cried, hugged, shouted. Humanity had not only survived, it had changed the galaxy forever. Dr. Mira smiled for the first time that day. Rayan stood still, breathless, watching the glowing trail in the sky. The officer whispered, We won." Rayan shook his head gently. "No, we proved who we really are," Mira added softly. "And now the galaxy finally knows. Humanity doesn't need to chase anyone. We are the ones others will chase." A new age had begun, a human age. Light speed was no longer a dream. It was a message. Never underestimate humanity.